A feminine woman keeps a long, strong relationship with a high-value man. Hello, Swans. I'm Yvonne, your marriage and divorce coach here at Black Swan Relationship Academy. And today we're going to look at how a feminine woman keeps a long, strong relationship with a high-value man. Regardless of how long it is that you've been married, you know, I'm sure sometimes you have wondered, this is not what I signed up for, because the courting, the engagement, the marriage and the honeymoon, and now we're at home together. They don't look alike. In fact, in some cases, it could be heaven and earth. And we forget that there are some things that we need to do in order to keep our relationships, for them to last longer, for them to, as you get older and you and your significant other are developing together, the relationship should be sweeter. And you know, when the children come along, the bond that the two of you have grown together in that time before they come, and when the challenges of growing the children get in the way, that bond is still intact, because from time to time the two of you come together and you reconnect again. And that is so important in maintaining a strong relationship. There's a few things that we need to keep in mind. One of the things is open communication. Open communication is so important in maintaining a strong relationship. The communication I'm talking about is that intimate conversation that you have with each other, not at that specific time when you're being intimate with each other, but intimate conversation is, you know, where you, instead of watching TV, you turn the television off and you turn and face each other and you talk about your day in depth. It's not where you're saying, you know, how was your day? Oh, it was good. And you sit down. No, how was your day? You had a meeting. What happened in the meeting? And he or she is telling you about what happened in the meeting. They're telling you about the people they encountered. These intimate conversations are when you talk about not just about work. You're not talking about the children. You're not talking about the house. You're talking about each other. You're delving deep into each other, what is going on with them on the inside. How are they doing? How is their mental health coping? These intimate conversations of, you know, where are we going to go on holiday? What are we going to do? How are we going to do it? You know, what is going on with you? What is it that you want to do? What are your hopes and dreams? How can I help you to achieve them? Do you know, what is it that I'm doing that, you know, that may irritate you, that we need to change? These are the open conversations that we need to have with each other to maintain that strong bond and that strong relationship that we want to have with our significant other. If at the moment it is not what you're doing and you're just, you know, going about and having snippets of conversation here or there, schedule some time with your spouse. And, you know, instead of watching, don't do it when it's his team that is coming on. If he's a cricket player and England is playing, or if he's a footballer or a golf, whatever it is, and it's scheduled to come on. And you know that he's been waiting for it all week. Don't schedule your conversation at that time. Let it be a time when both of you are relaxed. And, it could even be just before you go to bed. Spend half an hour in talk instead of, reading a book or listening to something on the radio. And, turn off all your devices, face each other and talk. What is going on? Check in with each other. And when you're having the conversation, it is so important that you are present in it. Be present in the conversation. Don't be wondering, is little Johnny got up, or, what you've got to do tomorrow. And, let all of that take care of itself. But at that time when the two of you are together and you're having that intimate conversation, be present there and speak, to them. Have eye contact as you're speaking. The other thing that is also important that we need to do is to have that physical contact with one another when we're together. If you're in, you know, he's in the kitchen and say it's his turn to make dinner, and you've just put the children to bed, or, you know, you've done something and you're walking by him, touch his shoulder, stroke his face, you know, some kind of contact just to let him know I'm here. You know, just reassuring you that everything is all right. You're out and about, you're shopping, wherever you're going. As you're out with him, take hold of his hand. The children are safe. You know, your daughter or son may have hold of one of your hand. You hold his hand as you're going along. And if there are two children, let the other child hold his hand, and you're going along and you're being the family unit. But what you're also showing him is, I am here with you and I am present in this that we're doing. We sometimes forget and we do things on autopilot. You go and you do the shopping and you automatically, you got your list checked, you're just picking up and putting in, and the conversation, where's this, where's that, oh, can you get that? These are the things that we're talking about. But even as that is going on, and you're, you know, you are at the supermarket and he'll pick something off the shelf and you just touch his hand, or you say, oh, I'm glad you picked that up, that was the next thing on my list, and you tick it off, I don't now need to go and get it. You know, words of encouragement are also important in keeping that, you know, keeping the relationship strong and healthy. We have to affirm one another and cheer our person on. We should be the biggest cheerleader for our significant other, so that they know that not only do we have their back, but we're there to cheer them on. If something great has happened at work, there has been a promotion or whatever it is, cheer them on and let them know, oh, let's go out at the weekend, let's get a babysitter to take care of the children while we go out and celebrate. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Just hearing I'm so proud of you and well done. Make someone stand and talk, you know, and they stand different, they look different, and they walk out of the room feeling 10 feet tall, because, you know, the affirmation that you gave them, the encouragement touches their heart, and it makes them excuse me, you know that they are not just loved, but you care for them and you want the very best for them. Unfortunately, in marriages, all of us have, we have issues and conflicts. You know, one wants the red, excuse me, the other one wants the blue. And, you know, an argument can ensue from it. The argument in itself is not what it matters, but it doesn't so much as in the making up afterwards. When I'm talking about the making up, I'm talking about the I'm sorry. I didn't mean, you know, that what you said wasn't important. But I wanted you to hear what I've got to say. I believe you've heard me, or you have heard them, and let us now come together and deal with and talk about it. Make the apology where necessary. After the apology has been made, and again when this is going on, don't be concerned with what is going on around you. Make sure that you've got eye contact, because eye contact is so important when you're speaking to your person. It shows them that you are there and you're listening, and your eyes not wandering, you're not rolling your eye, you're not standing there with your arms folded or sitting there with the remote in hand just waiting for them to quickly finish so you can put the TV on. All of that is not going to help to keep the, you know, maintain the strength and the love and the care and the commitment that you want from the relationship, to bring it back to some semblance of where there was joy again in the home. Whenever there's an argument, the home feels disjointed for you know, a little while. How we come back and put it back in order again determines on who's brave enough to say sorry first. If you think that, you know what, no, I'm not going to do it because it was him and blah, blah, blah. When the argument is over and done with, at the end of the day, who says sorry? It's just a word. Who says sorry? How important is it for you to sit and think, I'm not going to do it? we're high value and we're feminine, and we know that our husband loves us. He's a masculine man, and he knows that you love him. And because you know that you love each other, and words have been said that will cause you to feel at that time as, but he couldn't possibly love me if he had said that. Sometimes in the heat of an argument, all of us say things that we regret, but it's how we deal with it afterwards that soothes the heart and soothes, it doesn't make it feel like a pull. How am I going to recover from it? How we deal with it. When, your significant other comes and puts his arm around you and says, darling, I am so sorry. I didn't mean it, and give an explanation as to why. Listen. Don't stand there, no, I'm not talking to you. Go away, leave me alone. I'm upset. No. Let us remember that you too have said something that has caused an upset. Be the feminine woman that you are, and let him hold you. Let him make his apologies. You go to him, hold him, make your apologies known to him. Let him know how sorry that you are for what happened and what took place. And, give a reason as for it. Sit and talk about it. It may not be a conversation that is resolved at that moment, but it could be a conversation that happens over a period of time until both of you are sure that each other is, has recovered from it. Because it's when we do things, we don't take care of the arguments, we don't take care of the physical touch, we don't take care of the communication, then what happens is we take each other for granted. And before it gets to that, let us be very, very present with each other when we are together, and even when we're out and about in the general population that is out in the street or with other couples. Be out with your significant other, and if you're in a party, make sure at some stage, if he's talking to the guys, just look up and look over at him. And if you continue looking at him and you're truly looking at him, do you know he will turn around? Something in his brain will just look, and your eyes will meet across the room, and you'll both smile. And as you smile at each other, he knows all is well with my world, and all is well with your world. Don't take each other for granted, because doing so it doesn't aid in the coming together. It doesn't aid in the bringing us back to the path where we want to get on, to have that strong and lasting marriage that regardless of what goes on, my person is here. He knows my person is there, because she always shows up for me. She's always there to help me, to encourage me, to, keep me going. When you're at work and you think about him, let it be when his face comes into your mind. You smile. Someone, why are you smiling? Nothing. It's something that, I'm going to see him tonight. And not only are you going to see him tonight, you may have decided what it was that you're going to do. Surprise him. Let him surprise you, and bring flowers. You cook his, dinner. It's the little things that I keep saying that we do for each other. And it's these little things that show each other that we're not you're not being taken for granted, that you truly care. It is not always the big gestures at times that is needed, but just somebody saying, I really appreciate you. You've got that forever. Chocolates are wonderful. Flowers I love flowers. I love white or yellow roses. Flowers are, they're just beautiful, and the smell they give off when you come into a room, it's just wonderful, and it fills my heart with joy. But when he says, I appreciate you, no amount of flowers, given to me can eradicate that. I've got that forever. The flowers are there, they're here today and they're gone tomorrow, and they're beautiful. But when he says, I love you, and I can't imagine what my life would have been like without you. I so appreciate all that you do for us. All of these things cause you to know that, you know, all is well with my world, and you've got them. It's the little things that keep us together, and it is also the little things that cause us to, you know, that journey of separation. So before it gets there, let us remember to not take each other for granted, to have those open communication with each other, that intimate conversation that you want to have with your person, and love on them and let them know, you know, how much they mean to you and the things that they are doing for you, how you appreciate it. If there's anything that I've said that has resonated with you, send me a comment in the comment box to let me know. Or if you would like to send me a DM and book a discovery call, we can, you know, take this further. Thank you for your time. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, or share. Until we meet again, take care of yourself. Have a great day. Bye-bye.